Hey everybody, it's Junkyard Joe, and today we're going to be making a video showcasing my everyday carry mini Maglite. This is the 2AA version that I carry on my belt, and today we're going from incandescent, as you can see here, to the Litt Industries conversion. Now you can tell this light is not anything super crazy. With the 24,000 lumen high bays we have in here, you can barely see it. What I'm going to do is first I'm going to start with a test. Inside here, I'm going to show you the beam inside the building here, and then I'm going to show you the beam outside looking to a fence line about 100 to 120 feet away from where I'm standing. I'm going to come back in here, convert it to LED, and then show you from the exact same positions what the light looks like after. So this is the video inside the building with all the lights off. That's with the light fully adjusted tight. You can see that, yeah, I mean, it's got enough up close to really get the job done on what you need. However, if you start looking, I'm about 60 feet from the back wall of the building, and it looks a lot better on the video than it looks in person. There's a lot of dark shadows that I honestly couldn't make out from where I'm standing here. Here I am on the side of the meadow, and this is the light focusing on the fence line over there. I can just barely make out the stone wall over there and that tree, but it is not doing a lot. Someone could easily be hiding on me over there, and I probably wouldn't see them. So I had originally planned this video to be a reel, but after kind of doing it once, this is after me assembling the new LED in this light, putting it together and testing it, I decided I had a little bit longer than a reel. So I'm going to just take and make this a full video. But as I start to take this light apart, I know Litt Industries has all kinds of literature on their website out there about how to do this conversion. I didn't look at any of it. These things are pretty self-explanatory and straightforward. I carry, as I mentioned before, I carry this light every day in a holster on my belt. And it gets the job done, but what I've been getting ticked off at lately is even though it's on a holster on my belt, the head still unscrews itself to the point where it comes on, and then when I go to use it, it's either really dull or it's just dead. So it'll end up being on in my belt for hours at a time. And that's just not working for me. So I originally went looking for this. This is the on-off switch that replaces the factory tail cap. If we start off by taking the original factory tail cap off, slide the two AA's out. It's important to note too that at the time of me doing this test, these are brand new batteries from, just a generic, cheap, I'm sure they're probably like Energizer or whatever, but they're rebranded Tractor Supply batteries. You start off by taking the batteries out, unscrew both the lens cap and the adjustable portion of the light. To do this conversion, you don't take the factory lens out, which I was surprised at because I was under the impression that if you did LED, you had to go to glass. But evidently with this one, they don't give you a glass lens. So I'm assuming it's not bright enough or is going to get hot enough to melt the plastic. And if it does, then I'll deal with it when I get there. But once I get the lens cap off, you got to take this portion off, unscrew it all the way. Your factory bulb will be in the end there. You just got to pop it out. Put it someplace safe because I don't throw anything away. Doing some reading, the LED, which is a diode, light emitting diode, diodes only allow electrical flow one way. So if you don't take and put it in the right polarity in that socket, the flashlight won't work. So before I put the lens cap on, which just to make sure that that's sitting properly, I'm gonna just take and see if it'll work with just the push button that I'm screwing on now. The threads are pretty good. They thread in pretty good. Yeah, so I don't know if these lights need the lens on. I might have got the polarity wrong. A lot of people would ask, Joe, why don't you just take and get rid of this light, get a new light? But this light has a lot of sentimental value to me, as a lot of Maglites have to a lot of people. So I'm not going to be doing that. I'm going to be upgrading this one and just letting everyone know how it works for me. I couldn't find any of these reviews where it actually showed an outside comparison. So there we go. So you'll notice it's an LED. The light is way more blue in scale of kelvins as compared to the factory one, which makes sense. We're going incandescent versus LED here. Really cool that it's a push button. Good click on this switch, by the way. I'm not sure where Litt Industries makes their stuff. This is a really good feeling. I'd hate to put Chinese parts on my US made Maglite, but for going from 15 lumens to 180, that's pretty crazy. So now we're going to test it out. Before we do that, I just completely realized that I forgot to put the reflector back in, which is kind of important. I was wondering why the light wasn't adjusting for the tests. There goes my lens on the floor. So the new lens, very shiny, fits in there pretty good. Or the new reflector fits in pretty good. The old lens, factory lens, all right. So now we have that new reflector. And it's actually adjusting now. So back here in the shop, that is a major difference. I can see way further. I can clearly see stuff on that back wall standing in roughly the same place. I can pick out way more details. Totally different light, but definitely much, much brighter. If you like that warm light, this is definitely going to be different for you, but that's a crazy change. Standing in the same place outside. There it is. And I can make out way more as far as on the fence line. I can make out more brush over there. And that is with it focused pretty much all the way in. Yeah, huge difference. Definitely a big upgrade. I can see the stones in the stone wall now. I would definitely be more confident to say that I could make out an approaching object or something like that much clearer with this upgrade versus the factory Maglite bulb. Just for fun, back inside the building, I have this Litt Industries LED 180 lumen conversion for the mini mag, which we've already seen. But just to kind of put things in perspective, I have an older LED conversion bulb for a 3D Maglite. I don't know what the lumens are, but it's pretty cool because the Litt Industries bulb is much brighter than the LED in the 3D Maglite. All right, so I can't say a whole lot more apart from I like it. Now, I can't remember exactly what I paid for this. I can put that in, I'll edit this, or I'll put it in the description of the video. But I want to say it was around $30 or $40 for the LED conversion and the push button switch. I think this LED conversion is awesome. I think Litt Industries has a pretty good product here. I totally recommend it if you're a diehard Maglite guy like myself. I'm definitely going to be looking into more of their products in the future. This is not as bright as the AA Maglite Pro LED, but this is way, way brighter than the factory Maglite ever was, ever could be. So definitely recommend it. I'll put a link to their website in the description. I think this is a wicked cool upgrade for an old light. I love these lights. I think they're incredibly durable. I think they're beautifully made. And I think they're just an iconic piece of Americana. I love Maglites. I just got the ML150 LR, and this is 1,000 lumen claim light. I think it's right up there with 1,000. This thing is truly awesome. I'm going to be doing a video on this thing soon, but these are just beautiful lights. I have this one, and I have a couple others in my flashlight drawer of the older 3Ds and a couple of 2Cs, and they're just awesome lights. So anything that I can do to breathe a little bit more life into these old lights is just a lot of fun for me. I think it's an appropriate usage of money, and I just think it's really cool. And it's going to convert this light into be a much better everyday carry light as compared to how it was. So, yep, thanks for watching, guys. I hope you like this. And what more can I say? I'll catch you guys later.